folks, welcome to Myers Metal Detectors, located in sunny Tampa, Florida, where we sell nothing but fun and adventures, treasure hunting gear, and anything you can imagine for metal detecting. Give us a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Live from sunny Florida, it's Treasure Talk.
Welcome, folks.
Welcome indeed to the internet fiasco of the evening.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have fun tonight, Jeff. I can tell already.
You're going to have to use sign
Jocelyn's
language.
over in the other. She's in the other room saying, "Hey, what's wrong with the internet tonight? I can't see it on my phone. I just got it on the computer." Did you find it,
Well, I
Josh?
think it's mine and yours.
It's all over the whole state of Florida. We lost power today, so hopefully we'll be able to pull this off without too many problems. But
Well, I
we'll
think
see
there's
what
probably
happens.
another spray balloon up there or something. You know.
Yes. Another
Or something.
balloon or another something. Well, let me get started real quick because we got an exciting show, of course. We got one of a premier coil manufacturer. So let's see if we can get this going. Of course, today's show is brought to you by your friends at Myers Metal Detectors, where we sell fun and adventure. If I sound a little squirrely, it's because I got a little bit of a cold going on, but we'll get through it. And of course, the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed here on Treasure Talk by the guests and members belong solely to the guests and members and not necessarily to Phil Myers, Jocelyn Myers, Myers Metal Detectors, or Jeff Monin. And
Yes, indeed.
if I haven't lost Jeff, the purpose, as we all know, the purpose of Treasure Talk is to promote the hobby of metal detecting and treasure hunting and to educate our members in a fun, informative manner. And
Yes,
did I lose you,
indeed.
Jeff?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay, awesome. If I ask that a bit much, it's because my computer screen keeps freezing up. So it's not your fault.
It's in and out. It's the wonderful world of the internet. You know. Anyway, something that just happened today. I think we need to have a moment of silence. And if you are the type that does pray, I would like for you to join me in a little silent prayer. Liz Cabral, the Digging Canuck, her mother passed away. So if, she's a real good friend of the show, and most people in the chat, she's been a friend to everybody, and our best wishes go out to her. Our hearts are with her. So just give me, a little minute and say a little silent prayer for Liz and her family. So our best wishes go out to Liz and her whole family in their time that they need us. So let's all send her some good vibes.
Absolutely.
So back from Digstock, it was a long drive yesterday, and they got snow. They had the final thing on Sunday, and rain and cold. It was the high was going to be about 40. And about a 25-mile-an-hour wind and rain, and I understand they snow.
So yeah.
We had a good time. Met a lot of nice people, a lot of people that watch the show. Made a lot of new friends from Ohio, especially. You've met Miss Tom Becker. And some other friends that were there, the Ohio contingent. Great folks. We had a good time with them, and everybody missed you. Want to know where is Phil? And I just keep telling them that you're a figment of their imagination. So
yes, I'm stuck down here in Tampa for sure.
That's right.
The cool weather.
Yeah. So. Some good new things going on. The Nocta booth was really, really nice. They've got that new generation Simplex out. It's all carbon fiber.
Yes.
Have you seen that yet, Phil?
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
I saw it on. I saw. Oh, now I forgot her name. The head of
Really?
Dalek. Yes. Sorry about
Yes.
that, Dalek. I saw her video. Well, I guess she was in Europe showing that off. And was she there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
Right.
saw that. I saw they're coming out with the new simplexes,
Yeah.
and then also we've seen the I guess the Xterra Pro. I guess that's
Yeah.
coming
I
out.
saw that. And then
Did
we're
they
going
have
to
that
talk
there?
about that tonight.
They had it there.
Yeah. The Xterra Pro. Yeah.
Okay, and that
Yeah.
one
I
it
think
looks
what
like
that is, they're trying, it's their answer to the simplex.
yes, they're competing with each other. And
Yeah.
I watched a video from Calabash Digger, and he had them both on a saltwater beach. You know, the simplex, I guess the old simplex plus, and the new Xterra Pro on a saltwater beach. And you can watch that on his channel. I don't want to say anything about it, but the Xterra Pro seemed to do okay on the beach.
Yeah, but I saw a video today, and it looks to me like when I saw the Xterra Pro up at Digstock, and it looks to me like it's just an upgraded, a little bit Vanquish. So
Yeah, but I guess it's waterproof too, right?
I think so. I didn't really have time to get into it too much, you know, but we will get there. And good thing about it is that our guest tonight, his coils work on the Xterra Pro as well.
Oh, do they?
From what I understand, we're going to get it right from the horse's mouth tonight.
Yeah, we'll find out about that. I know they work on all the Equinoxes, but we'll find out about the Xterra Pro for sure.
Yeah, and Mark Fiorella was at Digstock. I got to meet him, and he says he spun the wheel and won the new pinpointer for the Legend. Now, I didn't get to see that, but I was busy with a lot of folks. So,
so there's a new pinpointer for the Legend. Is it wireless? It works through the headphones?
I think so. I don't know. We'll find out in a couple of weeks when the whole Nocta gang is here.
Yeah. So the I always said when the competitors compete, the consumer wins. So
Yeah.
that's exciting to see the new products coming out, and even on the low end, to have a detector that you can use on the saltwater beach on the low end and still do pretty decent with it. That's awesome.
Yep, and for all those that don't get to hunt saltwater beaches, and that's probably 90% of the detecting community that do not hunt beaches. From what I've seen, they all work pretty well on that. So
yes,
you can't beat that. So like you said, everybody wins.
Yes, they do for sure.
They do indeed. So we probably better get after it, hadn't we?
Yes, let's bring on our guest and get gabbing.
Yes. So you've seen him before. You will see him again. He is definitely a Ripa from down under, the manufacturer and owner of Coil-Tek coils. Trevor is with us tonight. We're going to talk about the Coil-Tek coils for your new Equinoxes, even the Manticore and the Xterra Pro, and see what else Trevor's got coming up that's new and exciting. So let's bring on our guest, Trevor. And also, I forgot, you're going to get to see some of the factory tonight, and that's really going to be cool because Trevor's going to take us on a little livey out in the factory. So that's going to be really cool.
Awesome.
So let's bring on Trevor right now. He is a Ripa.
G'day, everyone.
Hey, Trevor. How are you?
How you doing? Thank you for having me on.
You are quite welcome.
Yeah, we're glad
Yeah.
you're here with us. And Jeff was just telling me that your coils work on the new Xterra Pro. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah, that's correct. So all the Equinox coils are compatible with the Xterra Pros. So we literally only found that out pretty recently as well. So we We weren't sort of in the light, so to speak, in regards to the Xterra Pro, but it's good news for all people that want to use an Xterra Pro, and good for everyone for a little bit of an extra add-on and turbocharge their Xterra now as well. So there's nothing really you need to do. You don't need to reset anything when you plug it in or do factory reset. You just plug and go. So if you do have an Equinox already and you're looking at getting another Xterra Pro, you can interchange all those coils.
That's interesting, because is the Xterra Pro, I thought, was just a single frequency. Is that correct, or am I mistaken?
It is, yeah. So all the coils can run single frequency in the Equinox as well. So you can, change between all the frequencies on there. So the Xterra Pro just uses a single frequency mode rather than multi-frequency, and all the coils are compatible. So I guess my lab did that because it was a bit easier, possibly, for them to bring it to market a bit quicker, because they've already got the technology with the Equinox coils. So it was just a matter of plugging into a new housing, and away you go to make another good machine. So yes, certainly plenty of options out there in the last 6 months as far as treasure hunters go, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And the new Equinox series with the carbon fiber shaft and the improved handle and waterproof ability of 16 feet, that has to driven some sales for your coils then, right?
Yeah, so the 900 and 700 are definitely, good additions to the Equinox series. So I think the 900 already comes out with a small coil in the package as well. So sort of hurts our little 10x5 sales a little bit, because people have already got a 6-inch, but the 10x5 will still do something different
right.
with the detector. So each coil has its own little niche of target and everything. So it makes a really good sort of options out there. Now people can, use the 3 coils on the 4 Equinox machines and an Xterra machine as well.
Yeah, that's nice. And I like that 10x5, because you're not swinging that coil, that 6-inch coil. It seems like you're swinging the coil forever, and it just covers a little more ground. And I like that coil. And for the folks who don't know what that is, that's this one right here. And it's an awesome coil. So I guess that'll go on the new Xterra Pro or any of the Equinox series. So that's awesome. And it looks like you got a question up there already?
Yeah, I see one.
Yeah, this
Can
one.
you see it, Phil?
Yeah, I can see it. It's from Tom Becker. He's from Ohio. I got some wonderful. He sent me some syrup from Ohio, so I like my maple syrup. So we'll get Tom's question answered for sure. It says, "Hi, Trevor. How do you decide what size of coil to make, and how long does it take to make a coil? Really like my 10x5 coil. What one do you like the best?"
Awesome. Hey, Tom. Really good questions. I'll start with the last section, which one I like the best, and I'd have to say it's the 10x5 as well. I tend to sort of default to those smaller ellipticals. If I'm gold hunting, I usually use 14x9 size. That's one of my favorite sizes. When we decide to make coils, we look at the detector and we look at what coils would fit in between the already standard coils. So we don't try to compete with the standard. We try to look at something different. So we look at either elliptical or a few inches bigger or smaller either side of the standard coils that come out. And also, I've been in the industry since '96. So, geez, what's that? Coming up to 30 years, is it? So that's pretty crazy. So I've had a good opportunity to know what works out there. I've done a fair bit of detecting myself, so I know what sort of sizes I would like, but we also get a lot of feedback from the customer, and that's probably where we gear all of our main decisions around, is what do the customers need, what are they asking for, what are the opportunities we can give the customer to try and maximize depth or sensitivity or maneuverability. So we sort of put it all in a big pot and then see what spits out the end there. And, usually we sit down with the marketing team here, my wife Natalie, and a couple of the other team members, and we have a bit of a look at what we can do as well, along with engineering, what's going to fit into a housing. We can't make it too thin, too light, because you lose robustness, but you don't want to go too heavy, because obviously people, you know, don't want it too heavy either. And how long to make a coil? If there are Equinox coils, they can take 4 to 5 days just to make one coil, because we have to pour epoxy in between, and usually that's a 24-hour cure time. So we would do windings, and then we would do assembly, like terminations, then we would do calibrations and epoxies in between. So to make one coil really can take 3 to 5 days, depending on what coil it is.
Okay. Well, it looks like we've got some other questions here. Are you, and I know the answer to this one, it's are you making a very large coil for the Legend? And this is from Tom River, metal
Tom
detector
River.
page.
Hey Tom, how you doing? Yes. So at this stage, we're not looking at the Nocta detectors at this stage, but you never know what the future holds.
Yeah, right now you just work with MindLab, and you're their authorized coil manufacturer. So
Correct.
you make them for all the gold prospecting detectors, which here in Florida, I don't sell that many of those.
You wouldn't. No, that's right. You wouldn't sell too many your side of town over there, but yeah, we do make coils for the GPX 6000. Our coils are the Gold Hawk series of coils, so they're all fully approved by MindLab, and we've got three different sizes of coils for those ones there: 10 by 5, 9-inch round, and a 14 by 9.
And those all work for the you said the GPX 6000?
Correct. Yeah. GPX 6000, plug and play. So you can just use our coil sizes. Different coils give you different opportunities in the ground. Not one coil will do everything. That has been proven many times over the years. People will have their favourites and will stick with those, and that's perfectly fine. But you know, we do know that if you use a different coil in ground that you've gotten good targets from before, a different coil will see a different window of targets, different size, different shapes of targets. So it's always good to run another coil over an area that you've been successful in.
Yeah, I had just weeks ago, I sold a GPX 6000 to someone who lives in Peru. They were here in the Tampa Bay area, and they picked it up from me, took it there. So you have 3 sizes of gold prospecting coils available for that unit.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So next time that Peruvian comes through, you can say, hey, you also need a Coil-Tek Gold Hawk coil as well. You know?
For sure. Hey, Tom Becker's asking, how deep are your coils? I guess, are they waterproof?
Yes. All the Knox coils are waterproof, and all the GPX 6000 Gold Hawk coils are waterproof to 1 meter. So the Knox coils will be waterproof deeper because they're more solid epoxy filled. So you can go to the depth that the detector allows. I wouldn't go any deeper than that. And the GPX 6000 Gold Hawk coils, they're to 1 meter or 3 feet. They are a hollow coil, like in the sense that they've got foam inside them, not solid epoxy, but we do have air vents in them to regulate air pressure and don't let moisture or dirt get into the coil.
Okay.
Well, we got a question from Medicine Man RN, Treasure Hunter, and he wants to know what sets Coil-Tek apart from other coil manufacturers.
Well, we just make the best coils, hands down. There you go. But look, there's plenty of other coil manufacturers. Well, not plenty. There's a handful of them. We work closely with our team here to make sure that our quality is extremely high. We look for repeatability and productivity from the whole team. So our coils are made to suit detectorists because we have different sizes and shapes available. We also have been making coils for over 25 years here, so we understand the coils right from the early machines through to the newer machines, and we have some really good technology behind how we produce the coils here, which means we can get consistency and repeatability. So our coils will have different opportunities than the standard because they are different sizes and shapes. And we use, high quality litz wire, high quality plastics. Everything we do here is set for the quality to make sure that the customer has the optimum performance.
Okay. Well, Jeff, I see you got another question up there from Martin Bishop. Is the Coil-Tek coil able to work at 8, I guess, kilohertz to beach used with the Xterra Pro?
Yeah, so I'm not sure what frequency the Xterra Pro runs on. Do you guys know what frequency it's actually set to? Because I don't actually have a unit yet. I've actually got one coming tomorrow, so I can pick one up and we'll do some final tests with our coils and just have a look at the machine. I haven't actually even played with one yet, so but I'm not familiar with what frequency. Maybe the customers might know there. I haven't done a lot of research on it yet, so it's all brand new.
From what I understand, the Xterra Pro runs 8 kilohertz on the beach. And just
that'd
to
be 8
clarify,
kilohertz everywhere, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Just to clarify, there's some stuff going on in the chat. The Coil-Tek coils for the Equinox and the Xterra Pro do not work on the MindLab Manticore. Down the road here in just a few minutes, we will get into what's happening with Coil-Tek and the Manticore. So just be patient. We'll get there.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so yeah, that's a good point. Thank
Don't
you
feel
for letting me.
bad, Trevor. I can't see the chat either. I'm lucky I can see the questions on the computer screen.
Yeah. Jeff's keeping the chat all to himself. That's lucky because I get sidetracked with chat a lot. But yeah, correct. Xterra Pro and Equinox detectors, or our NOx series of coils for those models, are not compatible with any other detector. The Manticore is its own beast.
Yes.
Literally.
And we'll discuss that one in just a few minutes, but we do have a comment from Finders Keepers. He says, I've only heard great things about the Coil-Tek stuff. And that is true.
Oh, thank you, Finders Keepers. You're the best.
That is true.
And if you want to see one of the Coil-Tek coils, this is an awesome 15-inch Coil-Tek coil.
See, I'd use that one a lot on the beach, like personally, because it's such a bigger coil. You don't feel like you're swinging fast, and if beach is easier digging in most parts of the beach. Right. So 15 inch is a good size. Yeah,
and they could put that on the Xterra Pro and have one heck of a deep detector.
There you go. Yeah,
a pretty affordable price for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Manticore.
Sure.
Now, Trevor, there's been a lot of questions about, are you going to be making any coils for the Manticore?
Yeah, we get that quite a bit as well. A lot of people asking. So the short answer is yes, but at this point in time, the exact date when those releases will happen, we won't be disclosing any of that information at the moment. But the short answer is we are looking at it, yes, and we're in discussions with MindLab because it will be approved by MindLab. So we will need to, confirm sizes and shapes that will fit in and around the MindLab standard coils. So we're not into competing with those sort of coils there, especially the standard coils. We want to make sure that we can optimize discovery for people with different sizes and shapes. And if you've got an interest, here's one for the people on the chat there that Jeff can see. If you've got a size, our sizes are almost confirmed, but if you've got a preferred size, throw it up there and let us know. Because again, like I said, we love hearing what the customers need and want. We don't want to just make things because. We want to make sure we make it because the customer is seeing a need for it. And so, we have some good ideas, but yeah, people got a thought.
What we can do, Trevor, everybody out there, if you have a need for a coil and a suggestion, you email it to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com. Let me put that up here. And then we can forward that on to Trevor, so he will have a file.
Yeah,
And then you
that's
never
always
know.
good to hear. Yeah, and even if it's a little bit of I need this size because, you know, a little bit of info is always good. But yeah, if we see a common denominator through sizes, then away we go.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, on the Manticore box, I think they list two coil sizes, don't they? Like the 11, and I thought it was a 5x8 or something.
Yeah, that's right. I think there's a couple of sizes that they've got either already, or the 11 is obviously the standard, but I think there's like an 8.5 by 5.5 or something
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, there goes our 10 by 5 that we make for the Manticore. We can't use that one, but
Right.
we are looking at, again, different sizes and shapes around all of
Yeah.
those.
Maybe the 15-inch or something, you could adapt that to the Manticore.
Yeah, well, that would be a good size, because obviously we've already got that platform. We just need to go through engineering to make sure that all windings and everything that we need to do internally with the coil is all going to suit that. Otherwise, we'll be going to new tooling. We do like going to new tooling because it means we can refine the coil even more so, because we can start from scratch.
Yes.
And with our engineer here, we spend a lot of time designing and drawing it up from the ground up. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay, we got
Very
a
good.
question from Finders Keepers of Phil for you. And Jocelyn, do you have any of the 10x5s in stock?
From the 10x5s in stock, yes. As a matter of fact, we do have some. And
Is that some hanging on the wall behind you there?
yeah, I got some hanging somewhere back here. And we do also still have some of the Coil-Tek special
Merch pack.
swag pack, or what did you call it? Detector pack?
Detector pack, yeah. It's like a merch pack, yeah, really.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of Coil-Tek paraphernalia in there.
Yeah,
Really?
somebody was asking what am I drinking in here, and I just wanted to show everybody that is a Diet Pepsi, okay?
Yeah,
But,
nothing else added.
Yeah, and you call this a stubby, right?
Yeah, in Australia we call it a stubby holder. So,
That's a
because our
stubby.
stubbies are like glass bottles with beer in them, so we call that stubby holder. But
stubby
I don't know,
holder.
can cooler or something.
We call it a koozie or can koozie or a
Can.
can coolie or whatever. But it's
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
how you use different words.
Yeah, that's right.
I've been watching a lot of Netflix, and it's always filmed in Australia, so I hear a bunch of different words all the time.
Yeah, you become an honorary Aussie, and you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jeff with his ripper, he's almost, you know, that Australian accent's coming
He's
out.
how about the Yabbies? You like the Yabbies?
Yeah, Yabbies. That's actually my nickname from my high school was Yabby. So, yeah.
But for folks that don't know what Yabby is, it's a crawfish.
Yeah. Freshwater sort of crawfish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got a comment from Big Poppy. It says, diet can filled with unholy beer.
That's right.
Yeah, that's,
And then, of course, Jocelyn weighed in and says, "Thank you, Joe." And then Sam Truckley, who I met this young lady up at Big Stock, says, "Not sure what is added. No, maybe not pure Diet Pepsi."
No, it's Diet Pepsi for sure. I haven't felt good the past couple days. I've had somewhat of a head cold, and Jocelyn says it's allergies, but it doesn't feel like allergies to me. But my mind is kind of fogged, so I don't want to drink any beer for sure.
And they say you're slurring. So.
What?
Yeah, you're slurring.
You said that to Joe Vizzi, they noticed you slur in your voice.
I'm slurry in my voice.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Maybe it's
No,
It's late in the evening.
Why don't we just go ahead right now, and Trevor's going to take us on a little walkabout.
Yeah, sure. We
There
can
we
do
go.
that. So I'll show you a bit around the factory and what we do here. Won't be able to give you too much information in some of the areas, but we'll certainly show you around
Yes.
the workplace. So If you're ready, now I am on a selfie stick. I've got it all set up in front of me here. So if it gets a little bit wobbly or while I'm trying to get things, please accept my apologies. But I'll try and make sure this sets up. So we'll go around with a bit of a selfie stick. So here we go.
Well, Phil won't notice it because he's on the unholy beer, so.
No,
He's a bit wobbly anyway, isn't he?
Jeff. I'm not
How's that?
sure.
Does that look all right?
Computer.
Now, Rick has tea, who says a little honey, good for the sore throat, Phil.
Yeah,
I don't have
yeah.
a sore
Honey and
throat.
lemon.
I just got a foggy mind.
Yeah, it's late in the day there. See, what is it here? It's only 10 o'clock in the morning here on Tuesday. So, all right, I'll stand up. First, I want to introduce you to a very important member of our team. Sorry if it's a bit shaky there. This is a pooch that we bring in. This is my pooch. This is Poppy. Here's Poppy here. And she comes in with us most days when I'm here. Rather than staying at home, she sort of hangs out in the office with us. And she's actually a good morale for the team. You know, if anyone's feeling a bit down or needs a bit of a pat, you know, your dogs can come in and they make you feel happy. So,
They do.
yeah. So that's so this is our boardroom. So I'm just in the boardroom there, and this is my office through here, and Natalie's office down there, and then we've got a few of the treasure posters up along our sort of boardroom area here. And I'm just going to walk through into the factory. This is our media wall here behind me. We also do, we don't just make metal detector coils here, we also make electronic windings and other wire wound components. So we'll show you that as well. So we're coming through into our first winding area. So I'll just turn you around so you can have a look. So some of the stuff here, we got some wire components. I've got to learn which side I've got to point to. So there's some wire winders through here, and some of the ladies that come through and do some of our assembly and electronics. So we do a lot of electronic assembly and components as well as the coils. So this is one of our assembly rooms here with the ladies working. So we've got some winders going on here, 4 spindle winder up there. So then through this way here, we've got through the doors into our main factory area. So over here is our production bench where we do a lot of assembly and final packing of the coils. So we've got some coils set up over there as well. We've just got some raw stock and some windings over here. We've got gentleman Kim here who's doing some solder bathing of some toroids. So these are like little electronic windings, little wire wound ferrites, toroids that are all get soldered up and done for another company here in Adelaide. Over here we've got one of our epoxy dispensing machines. So this one works a lot on the Equinox machines as well. So that actually makes things, makes all the coils solid in epoxy. So that's like an automated epoxy machine that sort of moves around and pours all the windings. So all the windings are fast in there. We've got a 3D printing suite here as well. We've got 3 3D printers that help us design products and make little widgets, and we also do 3D printing for other companies as well. So it's like a printer library. So people can send us their files and we do 3D printing for prototyping or tooling, other things like that. Here's a bunch of the 10x5 Knox coils set up, ready for finishing. And these are 10x5 CTX 3030 coils as well. So they're all getting set up. They've all been tested and finished. Is everyone reading me right? Everything's good?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good.
Yeah, everything's good. Somebody wants to know how many blokes and Sheilas you got working.
What's that, sorry?
Rick P wants to know how many blokes and Sheilas you got working.
So at the moment, we've got a few staff off. We just had a public holiday yesterday, and a couple of them had a bit of an extended break. But we've got 11 of us here, plus myself and Natalie. 12. So including Natalie and I, there's 12 of us. So we've got 4 ladies and 5 gentleman out in the back area here, and we've got, I'll just turn down the stereo, and we've got Kylie out the front there, which I'll show you as well. So, yeah, there's 12 of us that work here, getting all the coils done and making other electronic windings. I'll just walk you through this way. This is
well, here's a comment, Trevor, from
Yes.
Mark TBH. He says, wow, I figured you would need room and special equipment for making coils, but that is next level stuff. So they're very impressed.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's taken us a long time to make sure we get the production flow right. It's not something that you can just set up in a month or two. It's over the years we've been able to get different machines and look at it, how we can become more efficient and effective with the products. Because again, it's all about repeatability and consistency. We don't want to make 3 coils this way and the rest of them that way. We need to make sure everything's nice and consistent. So we are on the journey for ISO accreditation, ISO 9001, which is a quality management system. So we've started that journey. So we've got lots of work instructions, quality systems, flow charts around how we make everything here. So we really want to step into that frame of mind. So we're just, so the customer can feel ultra confident that the product is coming to them consistently. So in here, this is a production.
Question for you, Trevor.
Yes.
I got one, Jeff.
If I got one from Tom Becker and Robert Ridgway.
Well, I don't know where this one came from, but just along with your quality control, are the coils tested each one before they go out?
Absolutely, 100%. We have calibration machines here, which we got to plug the coils into, and then we have a testing station here, which is this has got all numbers on it for depth. The coil sits up the top here. We've got all the machines you can think of. We've got NOx machines, SDC machines, pretty much every MineLab detector. We have 1 or 2 of them here, so we can do some testing. And essentially every coil will get physically beat tested as well on the machine. So not only through our calibration and test equipment on the electronic side, we also have a physical test where we check depth. They have to go beep, beep, so we get the audio sound because our calibrators won't give audio. And we check for depth consistency as well. So if we see anything incorrect and it's too shallow, then that gets put aside for a test. If we see anything really deep and it's excellent, then that gets put in my personal use.
That's a good one. Hey, that's so funny because I had a customer buy and this was the first one that ever happened to me, bought a 900 and
yes,
he took it to the beach it's got the MineLab coil on it, and it wouldn't work at all when he got near the salt water. So there was something wrong with the coil because he put his 800 coil on it, it worked fine. But
yeah, that can happen. I mean, look, they are all handmade, so nothing gets, it's not like we put all the ingredients into a big machine and it spits out a coil at the end. Every stage through this production facility, someone's hands are on it to make sure that it's working properly.
Right.
So, and they are an electronic piece of equipment, and sometimes things can just go awry that you cannot pick up here at all because we're in a bit of a stale environment here. We're in a big shed. I'll just show you you can see it anyway, but we're in a big shed here, which is basically a big tin line shed. There's an airport probably about 1 kilometre away to our south, and other machinery around. So some days we get it really noisy here and we just can't do anything about it. So we do test everything for consistency, but we can't test salt water, we can't test mineralization, not to the nth degree that a customer would see. So sometimes, and it's rare, we want it rare, and our percentage is very low for faults and returns, but sometimes it just happens, and I'm sure you can buy a TV and it comes out the box and it doesn't work. So
right. Well, I haven't seen it on a Coil-Tek product yet, but that was a
that's good.
Yeah, it's never happened on Coil-Tek, so let's just keep it that way.
We also have a question from Kevin Merlina. He wants to know, does the detector report depth feedback of a target similar to a stock coil?
Just repeat that question for me, please.
Does the detector report depth feedback of a target similar to a stock coil?
So our coils, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants to know if
Yeah.
it's
So
feedback.
yeah, it should respond the same on the machine. So you should have the same um, target ID and depth indicators. Depending on the size of the coil, it'll be relative to that. So it should be the same as far as the stock coil. So for instance, if you get a target ID of 20 for a certain target, it should be a 20 on our coils. Is that the answer?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he needed to know. Thank you.
Yeah. So it should be all the same, because we use the same PCBs that MindLab programs. So we buy the PCBs off of MindLab and put them in our Knox coils. So they're all programmed by MindLab, and we've got calibration equipment here, which is MindLab orientated as well. So it makes sure that everything comes out the same. So I'll just continue with the tour because I'm just conscious of your time. How long have we got, Jeff?
As long as we need.
Yeah, we got another.
Excellent. We'll be
20
here for
minutes.
days.
I do have a question that Jocelyn handed me that we can cover real quick. Do you recommend doing a factory reset when you change the coil to the Coil-Tek coil?
No, I wouldn't worry about that. There's no real need to do that. The machines are set up for plug and play. There's no need to do a factory reset. We have asked MindLab about this, but there's no need to do a factory reset. Plus, if you do a factory reset, you may lose all your settings. So,
right, you know,
I would not do that. It's not recommended by us, but of course, in this world of choice, everyone does have that choice if they feel like they need to do it. So, so this is another calibration room here. We've got lots of racks where all the coils sit up. They're just literally bakery racks, and we have jigs here which hold the coils. So they're like a nylon or an acrylic material which hold the coils steady while we're doing other calibrations with them. This is a glue room in here, so we have all of our rooms are temperature controlled, so we have air conditioning in every room. So when we're potting coils and doing the product, if it's really hot here, we keep all the rooms at about 24 degrees Celsius, which is probably, what's that, mid to high 70s, I think, Fahrenheit. So we've got some glue jigs here that glue our other coils. So some coils are glued together with a top and a bottom, and other coils are epoxy filled, like the Knox coils. So they have solid epoxy. In here, we've got a bit of a tool room and another epoxy dispensing machine. So this one follows a pathway that we designed to pour the black epoxy to do the finishing. And then we've got a bit of a tool room here where we've got drill presses and other things that we need to do. And we've also got a spray bot here. So there's a robot arm here that sprays our shield paint onto the Knoxes. So that one's a good investment. That's literally every Knox coil that customers use out there actually has a sprayed insert to it for the shielding. So that's inside the coil. So that's like an epoxy finish on the 10x5 there. So yeah, the machines all pour these and get all these done. This is Phil, our quality officer here. Phil's been with us for 23 years, something like that now. Same with myself. I've been here 22 years. So Phil and I have been working together for a long time, and he works on all the quality side of things and helps with production as well. And then around this way, we have our just storage essentially, where we've got all our plastics and other things, cardboard and plastics and inserts, and finished goods are on this side over here. So we've got a stack of finished goods, some other coils ready to finish there as well, which is good. And then a bit of a marketing shelf there with a lot of marketing gear. Inwards area through there, I'll show you that as well. I'll show you one area through here quickly. Hopefully it's entertaining everyone. We have another area in here, which is a temperature controlled room with a couple of staff in it at the moment doing some potting and encapsulation, so for a product that we use. And then we've got another winding area here with a few winders over this area. There's a couple of winders for all the coils, copper wire. So we use lots of different sizes of copper wire here to wind all our products. And a bit of a station area through there. We've got lots of storage through the back this area here. So essentially the whole workflow starts with an area and comes around in a bit of a loop through the through the production line here, and finishes up on this middle bench here with where the coils are, and then gets finished up once they've been tested on the testing bench there. They get finished off through these middle benches and then put into the storage area over there. And then in here we've got a quality office. That's where Phil's office is, and we've got an engineer's office in here. So that's where our engineer sits, getting all the work done and working on some new projects. And then I'll come through this way where we've got a staff lunchroom and our staff lunchroom in there, and then restrooms through this area, little corridor. Come out the front, introduce you to Kylie. There's Kylie here. There's Kylie. She's our receptionist and front of house, does a great job, helps with the admin and marketing and everything like that. So this is our front of house here. Is this open, Kylie? Yes, it is. And then I'll walk out the front.
Trevor, how long has Coil-Tek been in business? Making
since 90, it was incorporated as a company in 96. Sorry, there's a plane going over. So that's the airport that we're in. So the airport's literally just over that way, and we have, it's like a training airport, so lots of light planes, and the students go there and do touch and goes. So on days like today where it's quite still, we have hundreds of airplanes, just like the little planes, just going backwards and forwards. And so far, no students crashed into our buildings. That's a good thing.
Thank the Lord for that.
Thank the Lord for that. And
so
this is the
27
Coil-Tek
years.
truck. So this is the truck that I drive, and take that around to events and whatever we need to. So stash it full of detectors and coils in the back when we do testing. There goes another plane. And so that's Coil-Tek. Yeah. Hopefully that's given everyone a bit of a tour.
That is great.
Yeah, you have a big facility there. Very nice. And
Thank you very much.
yeah, and it looks like 27 years then you've been making coils, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've been making coils. We originally started making coils for Minelab. So we were the contractor to make all the Minelab coils with the Minelab brand. And then in the early 2000s, the old owner of Coil-Tek decided to make his own brand called Coil-Tek. And the first coils that he were making were for the SD2100s back in the early days. And it was a 14-inch round mono and an 18-inch round mono. And those coils basically were the legacy of Coil-Tek and really set Coil-Tek on the map, because they just provided something different for those pulse induction machines in the early days. So, and we started making more and more different ranges and sizes to suit all the Minelab gold machines mainly. That's where it all started. And then we started making coils for the Explorer series and the Musketeers and the Tribunes and the Sterlings, all that sort of range. XT 17,000, XT 18,000, and Eureka Gold. We've made all coils for those as well. Excaliburs, we still make coils for the Excaliburs, so if you've got any divers out there, the Excaliburs are, we make a 15-inch for the Excalibur, where you can cut and shut the cable and put a big coil on, which is good. I'll just go back inside now. It's a little bit warm today.
Very good. That was great, Trevor. Everybody loved it.
Yeah.
So why don't we give away? You kindly donated a couple of your visitors packs for a giveaway tonight. So why don't we give those away?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sounds
They
great.
got a lot of goodies in them, and they also got a rum cup in it, which is real good. So, as you know, everybody, you have to be a member of Treasure Talk YouTube to, what was that, Phil?
That's for coffee. Or,
For any
no, wait a
liquid
minute,
you
that's
decide.
for tea. That's for tea.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to be a member of Treasure Talk YouTube to enter and win any of our giveaways. And so that's easy for you to do. Just hit the subscribe button, send an email to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com. Let me know that you have subscribed and ask for all notifications. That way I can check to be sure that everything is good. And then when I put up a video, you'll be notified of the entry videos. You have to enter the phrase in the comments that I give you. This week, the phrase that you had to use is Trevor is our tour guide. So we are going to get ready, because once I call your name, and only if I call your name, you'll have 3 minutes to text me at my phone number with your name and you are here. Then what you will have to do after I give the high sign that we do indeed have our winners, I'll explain to you what you need to do. So get your fingers ready, because Trevor's giving away 2 of his swag packs. We have 2 winners. So Moose in New York and Martin Bishop, you both are winners. You got 3 minutes to text me with your name and you are here.
Go.
Jeff, you said that right. Moose in New York, not Moose.
Right. We've learned our lesson. I may be a little slow on the update. It's only taken me, 3 or 4 months to get it figured out.
Yeah. Moose in New York, not Moose in any.
So, how's the tour? Everyone good? Was there any other questions anyone had? I'm not sure if I
Well,
understood.
one question was, how in the world, with everything being so handmade, do you make any money, because your prices are so competitive?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, that's a hard one to answer. No, we do make sure that our efficiencies are high. So I track and record all our productivity and efficiencies here. So we have a login system where the staff all track their time building to products. So we have got it down to the minute, so I know how long each coil can take per minute. And I've also got a big whooping stick and a whip for the other hand to make sure that they
make sure it works.
Make sure they work. No, definitely.
We did have one question for you, Trevor. How many square foot is your facility?
Square foot. Now we need a meters to convert to square feet. I know square meters. We're about 430 square meters here, but I'm not sure what that is to feet. So maybe one of our good viewers can actually
do the math.
Let us know. Do the math. 432 square meters to feet square.
So 430 square meters.
Yes.
Hey, that is a good question, Jeff. From I can't read the name, but
Demon Rat.
Demon Rat's asking, will you be making coils in different colors for underwater visibility?
No, we won't be. We just keep them black at this stage. We haven't thought about doing anything. I mean, it's probably not a bad idea, but I guess I don't think we'd be making them in any other color. There may be some fluoro tape that I would suggest that people can sort of tape in a section around their coil, maybe the north, and a southeast-west point or something like that, or just north. But we won't be putting them in any other color, no.
If the customer painted their coil, would that void any warranty?
For structural sort of things, I don't think that would be a problem. I mean, any modifications to coils or any product usually does void warranty. But realistically, we'd look at each coil in its own situation. I'd probably suggest using some high-vis tape or something like that rather than paint, which could rip off. So you could maybe put something on the north point where your pinpoint location is, and just wrap it around there, and maybe on the south, so you know where your coil is orientated if you need to. But yeah, I probably would avoid painting it in its entirety.
Okay, we have both winners are in the house, and congratulations to them. So, guys, Moose in New York and Martin Bishop, there's the email address. What you must do now is you must email your name, address, and phone number. Anything else that they need? You need, Trevor?
No, that's it. Just their address, and then we'll get them shipped out to them over the next couple of days.
Okay, so
And
guys,
then maybe a photo they can send to you when they've got all the swag, with their rum in the cup and coffee in the cup.
that's
and,
right, coffee.
Coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send pictures in, and we'll definitely we'll show them on the show. We'll make sure that we send a copy to you. So, guys, get me that email. I will get it forwarded to Trevor, and he will get your swag pack with your coffee cup right out to you.
Yeah, it's a teacup. And Mark TPH, he posted a comment that Trevor will make the coil in any color you like as long as it's black.
Yeah, that's right. I could do any color.
As long as it's black.
Exactly. Well said.
Oh,
But I was going to say before that, just so I can clarify, we don't whip and beat our staff to work. I just wanted to say that our staff are very important to us, and we make sure that we're very, very team orientated here. So we know everyone, what they're doing. We like to take interest in what they're doing as well, not only at work but outside. Natalie and I really make an important emphasis on family, so we feel like a family here because we spend a lot of time at work. So we want to make sure that we are looking after our team as well, and they produce great products. I've sort of gone are the days where I'm out there building it myself anymore. I used to do that all the time, but nowadays I'm doing a lot of other things on the sales and technical side. So I don't really build them anymore. So it's a big thanks to all the team out there for making sure that the products come through really well for you.
And we have a comment for you from Beach Metal Detecting Crete, who's watching from Crete, by the way, and watches all the time. He says, you, Trevor, are a ripper. Good job. Coil-Tek are fantastic.
Thank you very much. That's wonderful. I think, he's a loyal supporter of Coil-Tek, and certainly get some good finds.
Well, we also have a question, Finders Keepers, a warranty with the Coil-Tek coils.
2 years from, and it is interchangeable. So if you do happen to sell your detector with the coils after a year, then it is interchangeable. But 2 years from purchase date. That doesn't roll on if you happen to have a warranty coil where 18 months down the track you get a new coil because something's gone awry. You don't get a brand new 2 years. It's from original date of purchase. Just to clarify that, because we have had a few people in the past wanting to know that. So.
All right. Well, I've got a question for you, Trevor. I know the 5x10, I use that one all myself, and I've used a 15-inch coil for beach hunting. But what do most people use that 11x14 coil for?
The 14x9, yeah.
14x9,
yeah. I mean, it is still a good dry land hunter. I think most would use it for in the water. Now, the 14x9 was made quite robust, so there is a little bit more weight to it compared to, equivalent size of another 14x9. It's quite thick-walled and quite a lot of epoxy in there, so it does make it a bit heavier. So I think maybe that's a point of controversy for it, but essentially I would use it for other park hunting. It's really good in the brushy areas because it can push through that sort of higher grass quite easily, and also beach hunting as well would be really good. It's very, very negative buoyancy, so if you're in the water as well, it'll just want to sink and sit on the floor, so it's easier to swing.
Okay.
Still a very good coil.
Easy
and
enough.
again, just another opportunity out there. Another coil gives you another opportunity.
Absolutely. Go over the same ground with a different coil. see if you can find
Absolutely.
something different. Well, it looks like that hour went through really fast.
Yeah, it did.
So
Sure
I
did.
want to
I
thank
thought
you
you
for
said we
coming
had all
on
the
here.
time
And
in the world.
yeah, thank you for coming on and giving away the door prizes for sure.
No worries.
And building
Thank you for
awesome
having me.
coils that my customers
you.
love. I want to
We
thank you,
really
Trevor.
appreciate
Thank you, Jeff. And thank you, Jocelyn, for helping me out over here. And I'll hand it over to you, Jeff.
All righty.
Well,
Well, thanks everybody for watching. Trevor, as always, you are a ripper. There's no
Thank
getting
you,
around
mate. I
it.
was
You
just
are
going to
a
say, if people can, if you got other questions, either send them through to Jeff or Phil, but otherwise you can hit us up through our website, coiltek.com.au, Facebook pages, Instagram pages. We're always contactable. If you got any further questions, let us know. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And if you got suggestions or things you'd like to see from Coil-Tek, just put them in an email to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com, and we'll make sure that they get to Trevor, and he will definitely consider them.
It's always a consideration. Yeah.
That's it. That's all you can do. So Trevor, thanks again so much. And as things progress along, I know you'll be doing some coils for the Manticore and some other things down the road. So we'll revisit this in the fall and see what's coming about.
Yeah, sounds great. I look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Yeah,
Thanks for
sure.
being with us tonight. Thanks, Phil.
Yeah,
Hope
thank
you
you.
feel better. Give Jocelyn a hug.
Will do.
And thanks everybody for watching, and everybody that I did meet at Digstock. It was my complete honor to meet you. I hope y'all had a good time. I hope y'all are making it home safe. So I had a long rainy drive home from Digstock, but I made it home, so everything's good. I want to thank everybody for watching. Happy hunting, everybody, and dig deeper. And good night from Treasure Talk.
Good night,
Take care,
everyone. Be
my
safe.
friends. See you guys.